I, 30F, accidentally dropped my husband's, 31M, food and he's still mad and I don't know how to calm him down. My husband and I went out to dinner and we were having a lovely time. We didn't have our phones out, we had a lovely conversation there and on the way home, but when we got home I accidentally dropped his leftovers. He was driving so I had my purse and his box in my hands and I was trying to place it on the porch to reorganize myself and the box fell onto the steps. But only a little bit of food fell out so I thought it was fine. He flipped out and said, "Why would you do that? Like accidents don't exist," and I apologized profusely. I said only a little bit fell out. You only lost a little bit. It's okay. I'll put it in the fridge. And he says no, it all fell out, it's all ruined. No, just this bit hit the ground that's on the steps and this part sticking out here. It was chilly so I start to brush off the chili sticking out with my hand to just knock it off the container. He said just throw it out. It's fine. Throw it out. I'm not going to eat it. It's my money, I can do what I want. Actually, dear reader, it was my money. I paid for dinner tonight and I'm currently unemployed. When he gets mad like this he stays mad for hours. I tried to calm him down. I'm really sorry. Apologies don't matter. What can I do to make things better? Nothing. Just leave me alone. So I avoided him for hours. I watered my plants, worked on homework. Just now he was going to bed. It's 5 hours later and he says I'm hungry. I have nothing to eat. You can eat my leftovers from earlier. I don't want your leftovers. I'll go to Wendy's and get you more chili. I was thinking about doing that anyway. I open tomorrow. I can't wait for you. I can go to the corner store to get you some chips or a frozen dinner. No, I'll just go to bed hungry. I've learned not to fight him when he gets mad. Because whenever I criticize his actions he blames me for spinning the blame back onto him and making it his fault. I grew up in a family where no one ever apologized and I hated it. He and I used to fight a lot in the beginning and I learned quickly that I also had a problem with apologizing. I learned that you can apologize for hurting someone's feelings or reacting how you did. Apologizing isn't reserved for whoever is wrong in that situation. I really think I got better, but sometimes I think maybe I went to the other extreme. Because I'll apologize and nothing ever makes it better. I'll grovel and beg for him to forgive me but he gets so pouty and angry and I get frustrated. Like it's been hours. Usually, I let him stew overnight. He goes to work angry and it will take a full 24 hours for him to apologize for how he reacted. But when I do something wrong I don't get to mull for an entire day because he'll be all pouty that I got angry at him and again I have to grovel and beg for him to forgive me because I hurt his feelings. But I was frustrated so I said, you know, you are so goddamn stubborn. I told you not all the chili fell out. You told me to throw it away but if you had just let me put it in the fridge, you would have had something to eat. Great, so it's my fault again. I don't even remember what I said after that, it's a blur. I think I said a few more sentences and walked away. I think I tried to say that it was no one's fault, it was an accident. I just know he said something about him not wanting to hear excuses and I said excuses? It was a goddamn accident. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say anymore but I'm so tired of this cycle. He just wandered into the kitchen and I hear him sniffling, which means it's time for me to grovel and beg for forgiveness because I hurt his feelings. I don't know how to prevent these outbursts. What do I do? How do I deal with this? His loved language is physical touch but he doesn't want to be touched when he's mad. Then he gets pouty and sometimes he wants a hug, sometimes he doesn't. I went in to ask if he wanted me to get something for him to eat and he said I just want to die. I said I'm sorry for dropping your chili. I'm sorry you're hungry. I don't know what to do to make it better but I'm tired of going through this cycle of you getting angry for hours, me avoiding you for hours, then I say something that upsets you then you get pouty. I don't know what to do. He said you're talking about cycles, just get out of my face. And he's all curled up in his blankets. I feel like I am always pushing my feelings aside to cater to his, and when I've said that to him before, he responds, great, you're putting it back on me and it's my fault again. Everything is always my fault. I'm tired. Like literally tired. I want to go to bed but he wants me to avoid him and if I go in there, he'll leave bed to sleep on the recliner then complain about how he didn't sleep good and had a crappy day. We always do this song and dance. Like a few years ago we'd just yell at each other and keep fighting and it was always as we were falling asleep so I'd be in bed trying to fall asleep and we can't sleep until we talked it through because you're not supposed to go to bed mad but we'd be awake until like 2 a.m. I have begged for him to go to therapy. I go therapy, I've been in therapy. I really thought he was close to going after his dad died but nope. I used to write him emails when he was mad so he could read my apologies but he never did. I used to talk to my mom about it and then he'd get mad at me for talking to my mom about us. It should be private. But therapy isn't private enough because a therapist is a stranger. I really don't think there's anything left to do on my end. I feel like I've exhausted all avenues, so I'm looking for advice. What can I improve on? Any advice on convincing him to go to therapy? I love him a lot, this is the only thing that drives me crazy. This is where we're most dysfunctional, and it doesn't happen a lot, but like over spilled chili? Today was my breaking point. I have to get people involved. Please like and subscribe to help support the fight against unfinished stories.